Another example, if this was a apex of a tree, you'll notice that it's going from here to here without much taper. So if I just did this, you have this long run without any interesting movement or taper. So what I could do is to do that. But especially if it's an apex, I could cut it down to here. I trimmed the needle so you could see better. So this is our main line, and then as it goes up, probably want to go this way. And then so on this side, make sure there's a small one, and if there is only one others that's equal, then you cut it. Now, some of you might be saying, wow, isn't that an extreme difference between this and that in terms of taper? Well, you got to remember the pine is a top grower. So the top part will grow more vigorously, and if not careful, it will either have no taper or reverse taper. So doing this extreme in the training stage, not a finished bonsai, training stage, this is good. This part will fatten, and then when you get to the next step, you do the same thing. That's how I get all my movement and taper without ever wiring. In fact, it's the only way. If you wire, you can get movement, but you don't get taper. Close up look. See, so there's the main side, and then the secondary. So if this side is too big, just cut off the tip. Okay, so anyway, what I'm trying to do now is to occasionally take the time to show you these in detail, and then take that information, and when I'm working on the larger trees, I won't take the time to show you what I'm doing. So memorize what I did here, and then put that into the context as I get to pruning the larger trees. Okay, so anyway, hopefully I'm not boring you with this. We're back inside. Let's do some pretending. Let's pretend that this is a tree with a root here, okay? And so how do I go about styling? So if this is something you just purchased from the nursery, and it'll probably look like this. Okay, so what we want to do, first of all, is to get a nice clean line, meaning that will set the style. Okay, so what we got to do is to look for a line. Now, for sure, this long part should be gone. I think so. So we'll go get rid of that. So we got to remember what we're looking for is first the root flare. Well, that part has to be imagined because it's just a branch. And then taper and movement. So I could go from here, go up this way. That has movement, but not so much taper. So I think I'm going to take this option, like that, right? So now it's going up that way. So do I want to go this way or that way? Now if I go this way, you see there's nothing in between here, right? So I'm going to do that. So now we got movement and taper. Yes, there's a lot of bumps along the way, but that's okay. And then you see this one here. And if the root ball is down here, this is really low, and most people remove that. But do not remove that, because that is considered your sacrifice branch, right? And it's going to help to fatten this up. So that was, I drew for you the imaginary base. Hopefully there's a root flare, and then you'll go up, And then you see this part here, from here to here, there's not much taper. By keeping this part will thicken more so that you'll have a good taper going up. Now, if there was another branch here, I'll keep that too. So that is all for fattening that trunk area. So what I'm visualizing is that next go around, this will get cut off about here. And then there'll be a new growth that go up this way and fork off. So then at this point, you'll cut this side off and this becomes your new leader. So that's how you build upon the basic. Now this is like a 2-year project to get that far, but that's how a good bonsai material is created. Okay, hopefully this was a good, short, super short technique on how to develop your bonsai material. So anyway, this is Hiro saying goodbye, and I'll see you again in another chapter real soon. And like I said, on the black pine, I think I'm going to just repeat different concept or basic concept over and over again, because I'm finding that most people don't get it. And it's really hard to get all of it.